Welcome back to the Deep Dive. So if you're operating a business today, or really even if you just track the sheer speed of modern commerce, you already know the ground beneath us hasn't just shifted.
Oh, not at all. It's been completely paved over with fiber optic cable.
Exactly. And we are so far past the point of debating if a business needs digital marketing. That's just settled.
It's settled science, you're right. The core question has totally transformed, and our sources really hammer this home. The question now is how quickly and how intelligently can we scale our digital strategy to capture leads before our competitors just saturate the market?
And that's really our mission today. We're taking a hard look at the research, at what's behind this unavoidable shift. We're trying to move beyond just the simple go online advice
Right.
and really pull out the specific mechanics that explain why the old ways, your local newspaper ads, your radio spots, are now just not enough for growth.
And the crucial insight here is that this isn't just about a channel preference. It's a huge shift in consumer behavior. The entire customer journey from, discovery to research to the final purchase, it's all digital now.
Completely.
So if a business isn't engaging there, they're not just missing an opportunity, they are actively losing high-quality leads. The cost of inaction isn't zero, it's like a negative compounding interest you're paying directly to your competitors.
Okay, so let's unpack this. I think we should start with the most basic, but maybe the most overwhelming realization. The audience is already there. All of them.
All of them. And that's really the heart of it. The consumer is operating 24/7, always connected. But the critical part isn't just being online.
It's how they start.
It's how they start, exactly, how they initiate those interactions.
Which is almost always a search engine. We hear this term, the search first mentality. The second you realize you need something, your finger just goes straight to the search bar.
Straight there. And if you look at the data, the challenge for businesses isn't even just ranking on the first page anymore. It's what happens on that first page. There's this phenomenon called zero-click searches.
Ah, right, where the answer is right in the Google snippet.
Exactly. The user gets the answer from the featured text or the knowledge panel, and they never even have to click through to your website.
That's fascinating. It means your SEO strategy has to be smarter. You're not just chasing clicks. You have to provide information that's so clear, so authoritative, that Google uses you as the trusted source.
Yes. And that ties directly into what Google calls EEAT experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. If your content lacks depth, you basically become invisible. Not because you're not online, but because the algorithms don't trust you.
Okay, so that's the active search.
Yeah.
But then there's the passive side of it, right? The massive time sink of social media.
Hours a day.
Just scrolling through Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. It's this constant source of low-friction discovery.
And that passive presence gives you something traditional marketing just can't touch. Direct, two-way engagement. A radio ad is just shouting into the void.
Right.
A digital platform allows for comments, for DMs, for building a real community. It turns your brand from a transaction into a conversation.
A conversation that never has to stop.
Yeah.
Your digital storefront, your website, your social media, your ads, it's always on. Someone in another time zone or just an early riser can find you and make a purchase at 3 a.m. You just can't do that with a brick-and-mortar store.
It's a massive operational advantage.
So if the audience is always on, the next question is how do we reach the right part of that audience efficiently?
Right.
And that brings us to precision targeting. This is where digital just shines.
It really does. I mean, if you look at the history of marketing, traditional channels were defined by inefficiency. That spray and pray approach.
Yeah, run a big ad in a newspaper and hope the right 1% of people see it.
Exactly. It's so wasteful. You're paying to reach millions of people who will never, ever be your customers.
Digital marketing just completely flips that equation. We're not guessing anymore. We're targeting known current behavior.
And the depth of that behavioral targeting is immense. We're not just talking about basic demographics, age and income. We're talking about targeting people who have shown specific intent.
Like what?
People who searched for best vegan recipes, or users who watch, 5 hours of travel vlogs a week. Or even more granularly.
Tracking their online actions.
Exactly. The power of retargeting is one of digital's killer apps. You can target someone who visited a specific product page on your site but didn't buy.
Or abandon their shopping cart.
Right. And you can serve them an ad with a specific incentive to complete that exact purchase. The relevance is almost 100%.
And that relevance is what boosts efficiency, right? A highly relevant message gets you a higher click-through rate, better conversion rates, More bang for your buck.
Absolutely. But here's a challenge that people really need to be aware of right now. The industry is changing because of the deprecation of third-party cookies.
So that precise tracking is getting harder.
It is. It's fading, and it's forcing smart businesses to shift toward collecting first-party data. So data you get directly from your own customers through signups, through interactions on your site.
So you can't just rely on the platforms anymore. You have to build that direct relationship.
That's the cutting edge. And when you marry that precision with content that actually provides value, helpful guides, deep blogs, the efficiency gains are staggering. Our sources say content marketing costs 62% less than traditional methods,
Wow.
while generating 3 times the number of leads. That efficiency is what lets the small players compete.
That remarkable efficiency leads right into our next point, the end of marketing guesswork. If we can target this precisely, we should be able to measure it completely. We're talking measurable ROI.
For decades, traditional marketing was so hard to justify. If you spent $500,000 on a campaign, the execs would always ask.
How much of that sales spike was actually from the radio spot?
Exactly, it was. It was nearly impossible to get true attribution.
And digital's transparency just gets rid of that ambiguity. Every click, every view, every purchase can be tied back to a specific touch point.
This is the power of real-time analytics. Tools like Google Analytics, the ad dashboards, they give businesses a live, minute-by-minute view of performance. You know exactly which ad is working and which email is driving the most value.
That immediate feedback gives you incredible speed and agility. You don't have to wait for the quarterly review to know a campaign is failing.
Precisely. If an ad is underperforming after just 1 week, you can hit pause, you can refine it, adjust the budget, or just shift the money to a channel that is working instantly.
So it's not an unpredictable expense anymore. It becomes a scalable investment.
That's where the metrics really matter. When you can reliably calculate things like customer acquisition cost or CAC and customer lifetime value, you stop seeing marketing as just overhead.
You start seeing it as an investment with a required measurable return.
Right. You aim for a 3-to-1 or maybe a 4-to-1 CLV to CAC ratio. Once you establish that predictable model, you can just scale.
That shift from guesswork to guaranteed measurement, that's what has truly democratized the market, which is, I think, our next big point.
It is. Historically, the biggest budget always won. If you could afford the Super Bowl ad, you dominated. Digital has completely changed that dynamic.
It really is the great equalizer.
It is, because strategy and quality now frequently trump pure budget. SEO is the perfect example. A small, local specialty firm can absolutely outrank a massive national corporation on Google, simply by having a website that's better optimized, that's faster, and most importantly, provides higher quality content that actually answers the user's question.
Okay, let's use a real-world example. So if I'm the best bespoke tailor in my city, I don't need millions. I just need to create the best guide on, say, how to select suit fabric for a summer wedding.
And you'll attract highly qualified clients who are ready to buy. This is especially true for local services. Optimizing your Google business profile lets you just dominate those near-me searches. Plumbers, dentists, restaurants, they can shut out national chains in their own neighborhood.
That's dominance through focus, not scale. But small businesses also have another advantage that money can't buy.
Speed. Agility. It's a serious weapon. Large organizations are inherently slow. It can take weeks to get approvals. A small business can launch a campaign, jump on a trend, or undercut a competitor within hours.
Moving faster than the big ships.
It's a huge tactical advantage in a market like this.
And that combination of focus and agility sets up our final section, which is, I think it's arguably the most valuable, building deeper customer relationships.
Right, because if you're just using digital as a broadcast channel, you're missing the whole point.
It's a two-way street.
The genuine two-way street that traditional marketing never had. We're talking about fostering real engagement, real loyalty. I mean, think about the expectation today. If you tweet a complaint at a company, you expect a response within minutes.
And providing that rapid service via chat or social media, it shows the customer you're listening that you care. It creates this kind of viral loyalty loop.
Exactly. And that care factor gets multiplied by personalization. This goes way beyond just putting a customer's name in an email. Effective email marketing now relies on segmenting your audiences.
So instead of one generic newsletter, you can break up your audience based on what they've bought or what they've looked at.
Precisely. You can send a targeted email to just the customers who bought a hiking backpack 3 months ago and offer them a discount on a tent. Or, we noticed you looked at this specific item 6 times, here's a special discount code.
Hmm.
That granular, personalized content nurtures leads and drives way higher repeat purchase rates than any mass mailer ever could.
And finally, the modern consumer lives and dies by social proof.
Oh, it's non-negotiable. Social proof is the new word of mouth. Online reviews, detailed testimonials, user-generated content. These are essential trust signals.
So places like Google Reviews, Yelp.
Crucial. Businesses need an active strategy not just to get reviews, but to showcase them, because your customers will absolutely check those reviews before they commit to buying anything.
So, after all this, what does it all mean for the business owner or the marketer listening to us right now? Let's recap the final verdict.
Okay.
We've established that digital gives you superior precision, complete measurability for ROI, and it democratizes market access, no matter how deep your pockets are.
So the final unavoidable conclusion is, this isn't optional anymore. Ignoring digital marketing today is the professional equivalent of having an unlisted phone number 30 years ago. You are actively choosing to stagnate.
While your competitors are strategically stealing your customer.
Right now.
But the good news here, and this is really encouraging, is the low barrier to entry. You don't have to launch a $1 million campaign tomorrow. You can focus on optimizing just one specific area, like your local SEO, or run a very targeted retargeting ad.
And that one strategic, measurable start can transform your business's trajectory almost immediately. And this is so vital for people whose whole livelihood depends on their unique expertise or quality. We've shown how smart strategy and world-class content will always beat raw budget.
And that leaves you with a challenge. We've seen how digital ensures your unique skill, your aesthetic brilliance, can be seen by the decision makers who need it most, anywhere in the world. So, considering everything we've discussed, precision, content, measurability, what single high ROI activity will you commit to starting first to convert your unique skill set into that predictable stream of business? Think about that immediate, actionable step